Hello, Integrity family. I'm so excited to be here with my family today. It's right before Christmas, and we're so excited to donate all of these amazing toys to Children's Hospital here in Dallas. Now, I know all over the country, we have donated thousands and thousands of toys across the country with all of your offices and all the things that you guys put together. And we are so excited to now make that donation here in Dallas for our office. And I wanted to have our family come in to share with you guys about how this idea came about. Really, the idea of us creating this toy drive last year and kind of the impact it had. As many of you know, we were in the hospital over a year ago, and it was one of those times that Asher was sick, and it was one of those moments that we were stuck in the hospital, and his nurse came in and gave him a Nerf gun, and it totally changed the mood of that hospital. And so we were talking about with that nurse about kind of the impact that that has on kids. And I remember, Asher, you remember when we were in the hospital and she said that a lot of people don't have those type of toys, or a lot of people hadn't been donating a lot of toys, and you said maybe we should help with that and give some toys. So that was the idea, is let's get some toys together. And so last year we gave, I think it was like 3,000 toys. This year we're about to take over 10,000 toys to Children's Hospital today. And then you all, throughout all of your offices, donated thousands of toys as well. So Robin, this is your first podcast. This is your first Inspire. You guys are excited to be on Inspire. We started Inspire during COVID. Our Wi-Fi wasn't very good. You remember when we would start Inspire every day, I would have to go in and say, hey boys, turn off your iPads, turn off anything with Wi-Fi.
Or Kendall would call.
Or Kendall would call like, okay, hey, listen. And Ann was like, your connection was bad, but can you believe all the Inspire stuff that we've done? It's been incredible.
It's awesome.
It's been a lot of fun. It's just connected us in so many ways. We've talked a lot about our stories. In fact, we shared, Robin, you and I shared about Asher's birth. Mm-hmm. Asher, for those of you who don't know, Asher was born at 23 weeks. It was 17 weeks premature. He's 1 pound 2 ounces, and he is a walking, talking miracle. As part of that, we lost his big brother, Titus, as part of that, and this the emotional journey we went through. Asher, we spent a lot of times in Children's Hospital. We spent 147 days. Thank God you don't remember any of that, right, Asher? But it is amazing to see, frankly, what God's done in and through Asher. And then Shiloh was our prayer for peace. And Shiloh was born on my birthday and Mama Gail's birthday, my mom's birthday, which was amazing. But Robin, talk maybe a little bit about the journey. We've spent more time than, frankly, most anybody should spend in hospitals, especially with kids. Talk about what that means to you.
Well, I mean, that was such a long time just in the beginning, and just was, I don't know, full of so many ups and downs and moments where we were just really, it was really weighing on us heavily with all the decisions and different things, thinking about not only what was happening right then, but just in the future. What does this mean for the future? What does this mean when we go home? And so there just was a lot of hard moments in that time.
What were some of the moments that you remember, especially around toys, and how that impacted?
Yeah, so I have a couple of moments where I remember exactly. One, Asher was 2, and we were doing a feeding program together. And
so for that, Asher finally came home. He was, it was such a long journey. He had a heart surgery. He had a lot of, it was tough time through that. And then he had some eating difficulties, as a lot of micro preemies have. So he had a feeding tube to feed him for 2.5 years. And it was, everybody, you just take for granted, like, that people can eat and the kids will eat. But we went through that journey. And now, Asher, what's your favorite food?
Pizza.
He can eat more pizza than I can today, so thank God for that. But we went to this feeding therapy. Yeah, I just want to give some background on that.
Yes. So he and I stayed for a month. We were both patients together in a hospital room and went to therapy all day long. And
God, that was a long month.
The goal.
And you were pregnant with him.
Yeah. And the goal was just to get him off the feeding tube. But so it was.
And it worked.
Very overwhelming. Yes, it worked. But very overwhelming. Very hard to have someone else telling you how to feed your child. And anyway, I remember a moment where they came around with some toys. And, you know, at the end of the day, he was a 2-year-old just wanting to play and run around. I mean, he literally ran all those halls because we were not allowed to leave. And so
we were literally in the hospital. The only thing you could do, I think they let us, remember when they finally let us like walk around the block, and we were like, oh, this is so nice, we can walk around the block. So he was running, owning the halls.
yes. So, but I remember the toy, I remember what it looked like. It was just such a fun, bright moment in what was hard, just to stop and go, you know, he's a 2-year-old, I'm his parent, and just to have the simplicity of him enjoying a new toy and me watching him enjoy a new toy just kind of took the heaviness away for just a little bit. And it was just a super sweet moment for us.
And so you said that there were 2 moments. So what was the other one?
Last year.
Yeah, talk about that.
So last year when he was in the hospital, you know, again, you're thinking of getting through the emergent part, and then what does this look like going home? You know, what's next? And it's just all very weighty. And then Child Life comes in and says, what do you like to play with? What do you like to do, Asher? And it's just, even just that is such a great moment of everyone just getting back to, this is a kid. And so he's like giving her ideas. And so she says, okay, I'll be right back. And she brings in a Nerf gun.
2 Nerf guns, right? She brought in one for you.
A basketball hoop.
Oh, that's right.
And like it was, and I remember him going, do we get to keep these? And we were like, yeah, you do. And it was just, again, just a break from the heaviness and just all the medical talk, just to have a kid with a toy enjoying it. And as a parent feeling like someone saw him and saw us, not just saw the medical things that were going on, but just saw a kid that needed to play. So it was very sweet.
So Asher, I'm going to give you this. I know you're excited about this part. So what was it like? You got that Nerf gun. You remember being in the hospital last year, and it was sad, wasn't it? It was tough. And then whenever you got that Nerf gun, what was that like?
How did it make you feel?
It was like I was super happy
Because why? Yeah, go ahead.
I was just so bored in the hospital.
It is boring in a hospital. It's kind of depressing in the hospital, right? And then you remember she brought in 2 Nerf guns, one for you and one for her, and she kind of had a little battle with you. And then she said your brother could keep that. You remember you got to keep one as well. And I mean, we were in there for a few days, and so it was sad not getting to see your brother, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So whenever we were talking to her, you remember when you said, we should try to help other kids get toys. You remember that? And so this is Christmas time. Christmas is this week. Are you excited about Christmas?
Yes.
Yeah, you think Santa's going to bring you some cool stuff? You hope? Have you been good? Yes. What about you, Shiloh? Kind of? At least you're honest. At least you're honest, Shiloh. So what do you want for Christmas?
I really would like an Xbox.
And what about you, Shiloh? What do you want?
A cat.
A cat. I hate to disappoint you. You're not getting a cat. Santa told you the other day that he doesn't bring live animals because they have to stop and go to the bathroom and you have to feed them. And Mommy and Daddy aren't very excited about cats. I hope one of our partners don't try to give us a cat, so please don't do that.
I like cats.
What about a dog? No, you want a cat? Okay, well, let's pray about that. That's what I say about most of it. So Asher, let's be honest. Is it better to give than to receive?
Yes.
Yeah? Why do you think that is?
Because it makes more people happier.
So you think about, look around. I just want y'all to look around for a second and see all of these amazing gifts. Look at all these amazing gifts. So because you had that idea, buddy, this little idea, of saying, why don't we help other kids? Look at all the kids who are going to be happy. And not just here in Dallas, but all across the country. We have these amazing partners that said, I want to give back. And so they literally are giving toys all over the country. Can you believe that? Isn't that cool?
Crazy.
So one of our partners who heard this story last year said, I want to get involved. Happens to be one of my closest buddies, Shane Van Loon. His daughter had also been in the hospital. And so he said, well, I want to give back. So we've got Shane here. I want Shane to come up. Shane, thanks for being.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
What a great idea you had. Look at all these toys. Aren't the Integrity employees awesome?
It's amazing.
I mean, they really stepped up.
It's amazing. So you were telling us, I never knew this about you. Your daughter had to be in the hospital a couple of times, and she actually joined us last year in giving these, which was so fun as well. Tell us about your story about that.
Well, when Devin was first born, one of her kidneys wasn't working properly. So at about 7 days old, she was in the hospital, and it, I guess, re-injured itself, came back up about a year and a half ago, and we were back in the hospital.
Yeah.
They do great work.
It is amazing. And having a kid, whether it's a baby or a teenager in the hospital, man, it's a tough time.
Yes.
So you and your wife, Sheila, said, we want to get involved. So last year, you joined us on matching the gift. But man, thank you for joining us on this. And this, as you think about how blessed we all are, the opportunity we have to give back is truly special, man.
I couldn't agree more.
You went online, you picked out a bunch of stuff. You guys, you remember us going through and picking out all the different gifts and saying, man, there's a lion, a kid's gonna love a lion. And then this teddy bear, oh my gosh, that's the softest teddy bear. Look how soft that teddy bear is. Oh my gosh, this teddy bear, I remember us picking those out and then all these other gifts. And you think about how small kind of an impact you can have just by a little idea of saying, I want to give something, right? And then all of our employees and all of our team and all of our offices joined in. This whole idea has been incredible, man. So I think as we think about just the impact that we have on society by us being able to serve people with their life, health, and wealth, and by looking for ways for us to serve others, our core values are really about family, service, partnership, integrity, and respect. And this is a great way for us to live those values out. So if you think about these toys, let's just spend a moment to like reflect. If you think about, look at this, guys, like,
Whoa.
look at this. Oh my gosh.
Think of that.
Can you think about the kid that's going to get this at Christmas? They're going to love it, aren't they?
Oh, I see Cowboy Bingo.
Cowboy Bingo.
Mario Kart.
Look at all these things. Look at guys, look at this. Like the small gifts and the big gifts. Look at the Nintendo Switches. Can you imagine the kids that get that? It is truly remarkable what we get to do here at Integrity. And we're going to be giving these away today to Dallas Children's Hospital. I'm so excited about this. I'm so excited about the way that you guys all came together for your local areas. And I say this all the time, as I think we're just getting started here at Integrity in so many ways. And one of the ways that we're just getting started is giving back. And we've got so much opportunity for us to engage our families in this and teach them young to look at how do you serve others? How do you give back? And so, Robin, thank you for letting me do all the things I get to do and taking care of the kids. And guys, thank y'all for helping do all this. Is it going to be fun to give all these gifts away today?
Yes.
It truly is better to give than to receive. I hope everybody has an incredible new year. We've got so many great things in store for 2023. I can't believe it's 2023. Can you believe that? You're getting old.
You're getting old.
I know, that's true. We are going to do some cool things together, and I appreciate you joining us on this journey. You and your family, Sheila, and your whole family means so much to us, as do all of our partners, and being able to join in this type of stuff is just such an incredible thing. So thank you, man. Hope everybody has happy holidays. God bless you guys. And I can't wait to start giving out these toys. We're going to make a lot of people really happy as part of this. So God bless you guys. Take care.